Hi everyone, this is Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm really excited about this project because it's so quick and this little bag is so cute. The height of this bag from the bottom of the handle to the bottom of the bag is about 14 inches and it's about 12 inches wide. I use this novelty fabric on the outside, which I absolutely love. And then on the inside, I use some different novelty fabric in there. These little purse handles are very inexpensive. I bought them on Amazon. You can make this with or without interfacing. I didn't use interfacing because I wanted something just lightweight. What I like about this bag is not only can you use it as a little purse, but you can use it as a small project bag. Maybe you like to crochet or knit. I love to cross stitch, and this is a perfect little travel bag for a small project. So let's get started. Here are the supplies you need. 1/3 yard of fabric for the outside of the bag, 1/3 yard of lining, and 2 purse ring handles about 5 inches in diameter. I got these 2 on Amazon and I think they were around $6 for the 2 rings. If you decide you want to put fusible interfacing in your bag to make it a more heavy-duty type of bag, put it on the back side of your lining fabric. So you would put your lining fabric front side down, put your interfacing on the back, and then follow package instructions for fusing. It will require a damp cloth and a hot iron with steam. I recommend you have your lining fabric and the fabric for the outside folded in half, and then stack your fabrics. Place a few pins around them to hold the fabrics together and then cut it out. If you have a cutting mat, use your lines as guides as to where to cut. So you're going to cut 12.5 inches wide and then 16.5 inches high. After you finish getting them cut, leave pins going down the very center. This holds it in place while you fold it in half. So fold it in half. Then you're going to place a mark 6.5 inches from the top and place a mark, and then 3.5 inches over and place a mark. Then connect the 2 marks with your ruler and draw a line. Then take something round. This is about a 7.5 inch diameter bowl. Once the bowl hits the 2 side edges, then go ahead and draw a line. Then I would place a pin to hold these corners down here at the bottom while you cut. So then you would go ahead and cut these out, and then with your ruler and rotary cutter, go ahead and cut this. When done, it's going to look like this, and then unfold, and you now have the basic shape of your bag. Bring the fabric for the outside of the bag front sides together and place pins around the edges from the 2 top corners here all the way down around the bottom. On the lining, do the same thing, except you're going to leave about a 4-inch opening at the very bottom. On both the outside fabric and lining, stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, except on the lining. Do back stitches on each side of the opening, but you're not leaving an opening on the fabric for the outside. After you finish stitching your seams, then on the 2 lower corners of the lining and the 2 lower corners of the fabric for the outside, you want to go in and do little small clips. Be careful not to clip through your stitches. I like using smaller scissors because I can see better, because I don't want to cut through those stitches. So again, on the 2 lower corners of the lining and the 2 lower corners of the fabric for the outside. On the fabric for the outside, you're going to reach inside of this bag and turn it front side out. And push at your corners at the bottom of the bag to push them out. Open up the lining and insert the fabric for the outside inside of it. And when you're doing this, you're actually bringing the front side of the lining and the fabric for the outside together. Pin the 2 layers together all the way around. When you're pinning your side seams, I do a little finger press there at the top edge to press the little seam open. So pin those seams open. Stitch 1/4 inch seam all the way around the upper edge. When you get to corners like this here, stitch down and stop about 1/4 inch away from this edge. So you're stitching along this edge, stop 1/4 of an inch away, leave your needle down in through the fabric, lift up your presser foot, turn the fabric, and continue stitching. And do that at all your corners. And then on the side seam here, I would also do the same thing. At the top 4 corners, you're going to trim the corners off. So trim it down to where there's just about 1/8 of an inch of fabric left. At the bottom, reach in through the opening in the lining and begin pulling the bag front side out. Before you push the lining inside of the bag, take something like this. This is a little stick I use in some of my crafts. You can use a chopstick also, same thing. And just reach inside and go up to those 2 top corners and poke at them. Go to the other one. Then you're going to have to do the other flap. So turn it over and then insert the stick back inside of the lining. Go up to the 2 top corners on the other side and poke those out also. Before you push the lining back inside of the bag, go to the opening, fold your edges in 1/4 of an inch, and place some pins down there to hold. Then, at your sewing machine, stitch along here close to the edge to close it up. Push the lining inside of the bag. Then go to your ironing board and press these edges flat. Top stitch along the edges all the way around the entire top edge. Have the lining facing up. Take your handle ring and lay it there like that. Pull it through and over the top. When you're putting this on, you don't want to make it tight, but you can put a few pins down. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how many inches because you want to just make sure that it's a little loose. You do not want it tight. After you've pinned it down, because the pins is going to kind of help. All right. Let me turn this around so you can see it a little better. Then you're going to stitch along the edge there. Don't try to get in real tight to the ring. You want it loose. If you have a foot that looks something like this, this is sometimes referred to as a zipper foot on some machines. Also, other people call it a piping foot. It's about half the width of a regular presser foot, and you can get up closer when you stitch around. You can still do this with a regular presser foot. when you're stitching, you want to turn this slowly. And again, you're stitching right on the edge here. And always remove your pins as you're stitching along. And just turn it slow, take your time, and keep going. Continue to remove the pins. Almost there. And always backstitch at the beginning and the end of your seam. So this is what it looks on the inside when you're done. And there you go. Really cute little bag. For more tote bag projects, play this video until a green screen appears, and then click on the links. If you like this video, click on thumbs up, and then click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Enter your email address so you receive emails about my latest video. If you're not receiving those emails, go to your cell phone or iPad, go to settings, and turn notifications on. This is Paul, this is Manny, this is Tony. So glad you came to my sewing room. See you next time, and happy sewing!